Once again, welcome student. Today we are going to study a new topic from our third chapter, platforms and satellites, in continuation to our previous topic, that was Earth resources satellite. Today we are going to discuss a meteorological satellites. Meteorological satellites designed specially to assist in weather prediction and monitoring. Meteorological satellites or meteosats generally incorporate sensors that have very spatial resolution compared to land oriented system. Meteosats afford the advantage of global coverage at very high temporal resolution. Meteosats data have been shown to be useful in natural resource application where frequent large area mapping is required and fine detail is not. Apart from the advantage of depicting the large area at high temporal resolution, the spatial resolution of meteosats also greatly reduce the volume of data to be processed for a particular application. Numerous countries have launched various types of meteosats with a range of orbits and sensing system designs. Example, NOAA series, operated by United States and named after National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. These have near polar sun synchronous orbits. In contrast, GOES, that is GOES, and INSAT series satellites are in geostationary orbits. India has launched INSAT series satellites, which are telecommunication and meteorological satellites. INSAT satellites are basically communication satellites used for telecommunication and broadcasting, which carried meteorological sensor for weather monitoring. These satellites are used in day-to-day weather forecasting, cyclone monitoring, etc. The sensor is very high resolution radiometer, that is VHRR, very high resolution radiometer. Among this series, the most powerful satellite is INSAT 1C, which was launched from French Guiana on December 1995, weighing around 2070 kg in geostationary orbit. These satellites has heralded a new era in telecommunication by introducing mobile phones. Now let us see the orbital characteristics of INSAT series satellites. Altitude is around 36,000 km. Nature, they are geostationary. Repetitive coverage 3 hours. Sensor use is VHRR, that is very high resolution radiometer. Resolution is 2.75 km and spectral bands from 0.55 to 0.75 μm and 10.5 to 12.5 μm. So this was the orbital characteristics of INSAT series satellites. INSAT series there are various satellites launched in this series. For example, Cartosat 2B, Resourcesat 2, Megatrops, Saral, etc. So the Cartosat 2B satellites, a follow on of a Cartosat 2A satellite, which was weighing around 690 kg, is configured to provide multi-scene imaging capability during a pass. This advanced remote sensing satellite will carry on board a single panchromatic camera providing a scene specific spot imageries. that is better than 1 meter spatial resolution for a cartographic and host for other civilian application. The satellite is highly agile, having a capability of steering along and across track up to plus minus 45 degree, and it will be placed in sun synchronous polar orbit of a nominal altitude of 630 km and revisit period is 4 to 5 days. There is a provision to bring the satellite of a spatial orbit of 560 km with a revisit of 1 day. The satellite is designed for the operational life of 5 years and was launched by PSLV C-15 in the early 2010. So, this was about Cartosat 2B. Then we have ResourceSat 2. ResourceSat 2 is a follow-on mission of ResourceSat 1 to provide the data continuity and launched during 2010. Compared to ResourceSat 1, LIS-4 multispectral swath has been enhanced from 23 km to 70 km based on user needs. Then suitable changes including a miniaturation in a payload electronics have been incorporated in Resource 2. Then Megatrope satellite, ISRO and French National Space Center, that is CNES, signed a memorandum of understanding in 2004-5 for the development and implementation of megatropics. The mega meaning cloud in Sanskrit and tropics meanings tropics in French. The launch of megatropics is planned during the 4th quarter of 2010. Megatropics is aimed at understanding the life cycle of a convective system and to their role in the associated energy and moisture budget of the atmosphere in the tropical region. The satellite will carry an imaging radiometer microwave analysis and detection of rain and atmospheric structure, a 6-channel humidity sounder, a 4-channel scanner of radiation budget measurement, and a GPS radio occultation system. So, these all are the systems which will be present in a Megatrope satellite for determining the weather condition. Then next satellite was Saral. The satellite for Agros and Altica is a joint ISRO and French mission and planned to be launched during 2010. A laser retroflector array, that is LRA, helps to calibrate the precise orbit determination system and the altimeter system several times throughout the mission. Then ReSat-1, that is radar imaging satellite, is a microwave remote sensing satellite carrying a synthetic aperture radar, that is SAR. The satellite weighing around 850 kg is launched during the 3rd quarter of 2010 into a 536 km orbit with a 25 days repeativity. Then INSAT 3D, ASTROSAT, INSAT 4D, INSAT 4E, INSAT 4F and INSAT 4G satellites were also launched in this series for the purpose of telecommunication and weather forecasting. The next meteorological satellite, that is GOES, GOES, operated by the United States, that is National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration NOAA and National Environmental Satellite Data and Information Service Division, supports weather forecasting, severe storm tracking and meteorological research. The National Weather Services, that is NWS, and the Meteorological Service of Canada use the GOES system for the North American weather monitoring and forecasting operation. Scientific researchers use the data to better understand land, atmosphere, ocean and climatic interaction in that region. The GOES system uses geosynchronous equatorial satellites that since the launch of SMS-1 in 1974 have been a basic element of United States weather monitoring and forecasting. The GOES satellite system is designed to operate the geostationary orbit around 35,790 km above the Earth. The GOES spacecraft continuously view the continental United States, the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean, Central America, South America and the southern Canada. The 3-axis body stabilized designs enables the sensor to stare at the Earth and thus more frequently image, that is clouds, monitor the Earth surface, temperature and water vapor fields, and the sound the atmosphere for its vertical, thermal and vapor structure. The evolution of atmospheric phenomena can be followed, ensuring the real-time coverage of meteorological events such as severe local storm and tropical cyclone. The importance of this capability was proven during the hurricanes Hugo in 1989 and Andrew 1992. The GOES spacecraft also enhance operational services and improve support for atmospheric science research. Numerical weather prediction models and environmental sensor design and development is possible with the help of GOES satellite. NOAA, that is the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, is an American scientific agency within the United States Department of Commerce that focuses on the condition of oceans, major waterways and the atmosphere. NOAA warns the dangerous weather, it makes the chart cease, guides us and the protection from the ocean and the coastal resources, and conducts research to provide the understanding and improve the stewardship of the environment. Monitoring and observing the Earth system with the instrument and the data collection network. These are the fundamental of NOAA satellite series. Understanding and describing the Earth system through research and analysis of the data, assessing and predicting the changes in this system over a time, engaging, advising and informing the public and the partner organization with important information, managing resources for the betterment of society, economy and the environment. So student, today we have discussed meteorological satellites, that is INSAT satellite, GOES and NOAA. So these satellites continuously keep an eye on the Earth atmosphere and provides us the information related with weather phenomena, and with the help of this information it will become very helpful for us for the planning of disaster and management. Thank you.